powerful army, an unstoppable economy. Everything was within their grasp. Their will was law. Any land they set foot on was immediately conquered. They controlled half of the world's sea trade. History says that if you combine the influence of today's America and China, this empire was just as powerful in its time. But astonishingly, this unrestrained superpower collapsed in a single night. Not due to an attack by a foreign army, but because of a single flower sent from a Muslim empire. In the 17th century, the Netherlands boomed with trade. Amsterdam became the international financial and commercial center. Skilled in shipbuilding, Dutch merchants traded by sea with India, Indonesia, Africa, and the Americas. They held a monopoly on everything from food and spices to sugar, tea, coffee, and colorful fabrics. This was when the world's first multinational company, the Dutch East India Company, was founded. It was as dominant as Apple, Microsoft, and Saudi Aramco combined today. This company allowed the Dutch to build a massive commercial empire and colonies. Modern banking and the world's first stock exchange also originated in the Netherlands, where ordinary people could invest and profit. As a result, the Dutch became the most prosperous nation in Europe. This economic abundance fueled an incredible obsession with luxury among the Dutch, which led the world to witness the downfall of a superpower, one that was cultivated in a tulip garden of the Ottoman Empire. The story began with an Austrian diplomat, Ogier Ghiselin de Busbecq. He was serving as an envoy at the court of the Ottoman Empire. In the 1550s, he brought some tulip bulbs to Europe as a hobby. At the time, the tulip was a completely unknown, mysterious flower in Europe. Although initial cultivation started in Vienna, the tulip was formally planted for the first time in 1593 at the University of Leiden in the Netherlands. This marked the beginning of a new chapter, the Dutch obsession with the tulip. Within a few years, the tulip became incredibly popular in the Netherlands. A simple flower slowly transformed into a status symbol. Wealthy gentlemen started believing that the more tulips they had in their garden, the higher their social standing. It was as if they weren't trading flowers, but pieces of gold. Tulip bouquets were sold at auctions, and the participants were major merchants and owners of influential companies. The competition among the rich turned the tulip into a symbol of pride and self-worth. The price of tulip flowers soared, doubling every day. The news spread like wildfire. Merchants, farmers, and fishermen, everyone rushed to buy the flowers. A single bouquet of flowers was sold for the price of a horse, land, or even a house. People started taking out loans, some mortgaging their homes and jewelry to buy tulips. Others quit good jobs to work in tulip gardens, just hoping to get a bouquet. This was because the price of one tulip bouquet reached the equivalent of a skilled worker's full 10 years of income. At the time, some bouquets sold for 5,000 to 10,000 guilders, equal to the price of a house today. The mighty superpower of sea trade, the Dutch, were completely consumed by the tulip craze. Just as dreams suddenly bloom, they wither in a moment. That's exactly what happened to the Dutch. One morning in 1637, suddenly no one was willing to buy tulips anymore. News spread like wildfire. The flower that was selling for the price of a mansion just a day ago was now not even worth a handful of bread. The cities were filled with weeping and despair. Countless people went bankrupt and ended up on the streets. Wealthy merchants were instantly ruined. The colorful tulip, once a symbol of prestige, became a symbol of bitterness in history. This was the first economic bubble in human history, forever remembered as Tulip Mania. A single flower caused the downfall of the superpower of its time,